I don't know where to start with this, so I guess I'll just dive in. It's been a week since Father's Day, and I'm still sitting here trying to wrap my head around the fact that I found out my dad took my brother and his kids fishing through a freaking Instagram post. I wasn't invited, didn't even get a heads up, and I'm just hurt, man. I don't know how else to say it. This is going to be long, so bear with me. I need to get this off my chest. I'm 33, female, single, no kids. My brother Mike is 35, married, with 2 boys, 8 and 5. We grew up in a smallish town in Michigan, the kind where everybody knows everybody, and the big summer event is the county fair. Our dad, Tom, is 60, retired from his job at the auto parts plant a couple years ago. Mom passed when I was 12, so it's been the 3 of us for a long time. Growing up, Dad was always the stoic type. Worked hard, didn't say much, but you knew he loved you because he'd show up. He'd fix your bike, drive you to practice, or sit through your awful middle school band concerts without complaining. That was his way. Me and Mike were close as kids, but we've drifted some as adults. He's got his family, his house in the suburbs, his job as a high school math teacher. I'm in an apartment an hour away, working as a graphic designer for a small marketing firm. Life's busy, you know? We text here and there, see each other at holidays, but it's not like we're hanging out every weekend. Still, I thought we were solid. I thought I was solid with Dad, too. Father's Day has always been a thing for us. When we were kids, Mike and I would pool our allowance to get Dad something cheesy. A World's Best Dad mug, a tie he'd never wear, or one time, a tackle box because he loved fishing. He'd always act like it was the best gift he'd ever gotten, even if it was junk. After Mom died, those little traditions felt like glue keeping us together. As adults, we'd usually do a barbecue at Dad's place. I'd bring a salad or some dessert. Mike would grill and we'd just chill, maybe watch a Tigers game. Nothing fancy, but it was our thing. This year, I called Dad a week before Father's Day to make plans. He was vague, said he wasn't sure what he was doing. Maybe he'd just take it easy. I offered to come over, do the usual barbecue, but he said, let's play it by ear. I didn't think much of it. Dad's not a big planner. I figured I'd text him closer to the day to confirm. Work was nuts that week anyway, so I let it slide. Father's Day rolls around and I text Dad in the morning. Happy Father's Day. You up for a barbecue later? I can swing by. No response. I wait a couple hours, call him. No answer. I'm thinking maybe he's out in the garage tinkering or something. He's notorious for leaving his phone on the kitchen counter. I shoot Mike a text, too, asking if he's got plans with Dad. He doesn't reply either. By 3 p.m., I'm annoyed, but not, like, worried. Worried. I figure they're just busy and I'll hear back. That night, I'm doom-scrolling Instagram, and there it is. My sister-in-law, Jen, posted a carousel of photos with the caption, Best Father's Day Yet. Family time fishing crew. It's Dad, Mike, and the boys on Dad's old boat out on Lake Huron. They're all grinning, holding up fish, the sun setting behind them. There's a shot of Dad teaching the 5-year-old how to cast a line, another of Mike and the 8-year-old high-fiving. They look so damn happy. I'm staring at my phone, and it feels like someone punched me in the gut. I wasn't invited. They didn't even tell me. I had to find out through a filtered Instagram post, like I'm some distant cousin or a random follower. I sat there on my couch, scrolling through the photos over and over, zooming in on Dad's face like it'd give me some kind of answer. Did he forget about me? Did Mike just assume I wouldn't want to come? Was I supposed to beg to be included? I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a last-minute thing. Maybe the boys wanted to do something special with Grandpa, and it just happened. But that doesn't hold up. Dad's boat is at the marina, 45 minutes from his house. You don't just spontaneously load up fishing gear, pack a cooler, and take two kids out on the water. This was planned, and nobody thought to loop me in. I didn't call or text them that night. I was too mad, too hurt, and honestly, I didn't trust myself not to say something I'd regret. I just kept replaying every Father's Day we'd spent together, every time I'd made an effort to show up for Dad. I'm not perfect. Work gets crazy, and I don't visit as often as I should. But I've always tried to be there for the big stuff. And this felt big. It felt like they had their little family moment, and I was just irrelevant. The next day, I finally got a text from Dad. Thanks for the Father's Day wishes. Had a good one with Mike and the boys. That was it. No mention of the fishing trip. No, sorry we didn't get together. No, nothing. I just stared at the text, my thumbs hovering over the keyboard, trying to figure out how to respond. I wanted to write, saw the pics. Looks like you had a blast without me. But I didn't. I just typed, glad you had fun, and hit send. I haven't heard from him since. I talked to my best friend Sarah about it a couple days later. She's known my family forever and gets how complicated things can be. She thinks I'm overreacting, that it's probably just a misunderstanding. Your dad's not the type to exclude you on purpose, she said. Maybe Mike planned it and didn't think you'd want to go fishing. I get that fishing's not my thing. I'm not outdoorsy like Mike. But I would have gone. I would have sat on that smelly boat, gotten sunburned, and pretended to care about bait just to be with Dad on Father's Day. It's not about the fishing. It's about being included. What stings the most is that I feel like I'm losing my place in the family. Mike's got his wife and kids, this perfect little unit, and Dad's so wrapped up in being a grandpa that I'm starting to feel like an afterthought. I don't begrudge Mike his family or Dad his grandkids. I love those boys, and I'm happy they're close. But where do I fit? Am I just the single daughter who's supposed to fade into the background because I don't have a husband or kids to bring to the table? It's like I'm not part of the real family anymore. I keep going back to this one memory from when I was 16. Dad took me and Mike fishing that summer, just the three of us. I was terrible at it. Kept getting my line tangled, dropped a worm in the boat and screamed. But Dad was so patient. He showed me how to cast, laughed when I made a face at the fish smell, and later, when we stopped for burgers on the way home, he said, "You're a natural kid." I wasn't, but it didn't matter. It was one of those days that felt like it'd always be the three of us against the world. Now I'm wondering if I did something to mess this up. Have I been too distant? Did I miss some unspoken cue that I was supposed to organize Father's Day myself? I've always felt like I had to work harder to stay close to Dad because I'm not the son, not the one who shares his love for fishing or sports. Mike's always been his mini-me, same sense of humor, same hobbies. I'm the artsy one, the one who'd rather stay inside with a sketchbook than sit by a lake. Maybe that's why I wasn't invited. Maybe I don't fit the vibe anymore. I'm trying not to spiral, but it's hard. I haven't confronted Dad or Mike yet because I don't know how to say, "Hey, why'd you leave me out?" without sounding like a whiny kid. I don't want to guilt trip them, but I also don't want to pretend I'm fine when I'm not. I keep imagining showing up at Dad's house and asking him point blank, but I'm scared of what he'll say. What if he just shrugs and says, "Didn't think you'd care"? Or worse, what if he doesn't even realize it? I don't know what I'm looking for here, honestly. Maybe I just needed to write this out to make sense of it. Has anyone else been through something like this? Feeling like you're on the outside of your own family? How do you even start that conversation without making it weird? I want to fix this, but I don't know where to begin. Edit. Wow, this blew up more than I expected. Thanks for all the comments and messages. I'm reading through them, and it's helping to know I'm not alone in feeling like this. To answer a few questions. No, I haven't talked to Dad or Mike yet. I'm still figuring out how to approach it without coming off as petty. And yeah, I know fishing isn't my thing, but I'd have gone just to be there. I'll update if I get the guts to bring it up with them. Thanks again, Reddit.